You can just feel it, right? Football is getting closer, and the energy starts changing. This is that time when everybody begins paying attention to every little detail, every practice clip, every report coming out, trying to figure out who's looking ready to explode this season. And you already know how it goes. One good play, and fans start getting hyped. One bad play, and everybody starts asking questions. That's what makes this time of year so fun. Before we get into it, smash that like button if you're riding with the team this season, and drop "bear down" in the comments if you're a real one. The first real signs of what this Chicago Bears team could become are finally starting to appear, and one thing is becoming impossible to ignore inside Halas Hall. OTA season is here, and while these practices do not include full contact or pads, this is where early momentum begins. This is where players start showing who is ready to take the next step, who is prepared to fight for a larger role, and who could completely change expectations before the regular season even arrives. All eyes naturally begin with Caleb Williams. Every report surrounding the quarterback position suddenly feels bigger this year because the expectations around him are no longer based on potential alone. The focus now is progression. People around the organization want to hear specific things. They want to hear that his timing looks sharper. They want to hear that the ball is coming out faster. They want to hear that his chemistry with his weapons is continuing to build naturally, and that the offense looks comfortable around him. Even during OTA practices, where there is limited contact and no real pass rush pressure, the details still matter. 7-on-7 periods may not tell the entire story, but they can reveal rhythm. They can reveal confidence. They can reveal whether a quarterback is processing faster and leading the offense more efficiently than before. And for Caleb Williams, every small sign matters because the Bears need this offense to elevate to another level. But Caleb is far from the only storyline developing right now. One of the most fascinating situations revolves around Rome Odunze. Expectations for him remain incredibly high, but his recent path has felt uneven. Early flashes had fans excited, then injuries slowed the momentum. Suddenly, the conversations became louder than expected. Some people even started questioning him far too early. That feels premature. There is still a reason people inside the organization believe heavily in his talent. Coaches are emphasizing confidence. They are emphasizing restoring belief in what made him special in the first place. One of the biggest talking points involves contested catches, an area that previously looked like a major strength. The numbers tell an interesting story. During his Washington days, Rome dominated in those situations. He was making difficult catches look routine. Early in his NFL career, that ability still showed up. Then things changed. Suddenly, opportunities that once looked automatic became much less consistent. Now the challenge becomes simple. Attack those moments again. Because this year feels important for him in more ways than one. And that is where things become even more interesting. Luther Burden III is entering this conversation with a completely different mentality. The belief around him is obvious. The confidence is obvious. And if there is one thing competitors do not care about, it is waiting their turn. Reports already suggest that when opportunities came his way previously, he made the most of them. Efficiency stood out. Production stood out. The role kept growing slowly before eventually becoming impossible to ignore. Now imagine OTA practices beginning, and reporters suddenly noticing a pattern. Who is Caleb looking toward most often? Who is receiving the bulk of targets? Who is creating separation? Who looks like the player demanding attention? Because while everybody loves saying that multiple players can eat in an offense, competition inside locker rooms never disappears. Wide receivers want the football. Wide receivers want to become the guy. And suddenly, what looked like a simple OTA practice becomes something much bigger. Could we actually be watching the beginning of a battle for the top receiving role in this offense? What do you think, Bears fans? Is Rome Odunze still the future #1 target? Or do you believe Luther Burden-Through is ready to take that spot? So now, Bears fans, I want to hear from you in the comments right now. Who do you believe emerges as Caleb Williams' true #1 target this season? Is Rome Odunze ready to take that next step? Or is Luther Burden-Through about to shock everyone and climb to the top of the depth chart? Drop your thoughts below because this battle may only be getting started. Go Bears!